I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Dragons of Starfall. We are rejoining the party today as they are on the road to Al Qadim at first, as they set out down the river to intercept the old King's Highway and travel down to Al Qadim via that road, but they caught wind that Maxius has moved the armies of Binhemia and Waterran against Langenberg, and although they are not foolish enough to believe that the city is just completely unguarded, like, you know, okay, citizens, you guys behave while we're away. Yeah, don't throw any parties while we're gone. Um, there's a minimal guard of just enough troops to keep Waterran under peace and protected from most would be upstart bandit lords who think that they're gonna quick grab a city because some foolish lord left like 100 men there to guard it. You know, that's that's not Maxius, and you guys have dealt with him enough. Certainly, Riggs would, be pretty aware of his tactics. Alecto, having grown up in Al Qadim, would be very aware of General Maxius's fame as a conqueror, a strategist in war, and you know.
You cut off there.
Oh, sorry. Nobody's expecting to go into the city and be like, all right, we're in charge now. But you guys, I believe, had somewhat of a plan of how you could potentially um, go in and accomplish a few of the goals that you feel may have eluded you from the earlier part of this campaign. And so, with that in mind, we're going to do that thing where the travel takes a really, really long time, And even though I've only been talking for a few minutes, like, I'm going to draw this out to make sure that you feel how, you know, long it really takes to reach Waterran. It's not a short journey, and
Well, luckily
you
horses help. We do have
well,
horses. We should
yeah,
use that perk.
yeah. I mean, you definitely travel with the most expediency that you can afford and wield, but at the end of the day, it doesn't turn, you know, the trip into just a few hours. You know, this is a trip of days, and it takes you guys some time to get there. I just like to impress that upon you every now and again because this is a very, very big world, and it takes a while to get to places. So
Okay.
anyway, uh you guys are finally, after days of traveling and getting to know your companions better, you see the huge towering buildings and hear the sounds of the busy docks of Waterran. It is probably early morning after camping out in a well guarded rest area outside of Waterran. I mean, you guys are all pretty familiar with the lore of Waterran at this point. You know that it's a large, important port city. People come and go from there every day. So there are people who have figured out what a day's travel is from Waterran, and they've set up little rest area inns, and you know, if they're wealthy enough, which most of the people around here are, they can afford a retinue of a dozen guards or so that keep them safe from bandits and the occasional, you know, low CR monster that wanders through. So you guys, you know, stayed at one of these well lit, safe areas, and now early in the morning you can see, you know, Waterran just over the hills and down into the valley where the river runs, and Waterran sits on top of the two rivers there. So I do believe you had a plan, so lay it on me, guys. What do you want to do as you approach the city of Waterran?
All right. You know, time is relative, right? So, what time would we say it is? Like,
They said early
noon?
morning now.
Early
Well,
morning? Okay.
it's early morning when you can hear and see it. It'll be about noon, as we had discussed, when you get there.
Well, I'm cool with going along with what you guys come up with, as long as we don't split up the group. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. I don't want to have to go off on my own and want to do something.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could do one thing a night, right? Together.
Well, how about this though?
Or even a couple hours at a time, as long as we go together or don't
Yeah.
split up too much.
So how about this plan? We I still like the idea of splitting up into the city, just because if not that I think anyone's looking for us per se, but Arn sticks out. Riggs would stick out if he were here. And Angelica is someone I think they'd be watching you for. So just to get in, Angelica polymorphs to the bird, flies over Arn, and then Riggs indirectly is invisible. Electo, and that leaves the other three, other two, and Angelica's mom to go through the gate. We meet on the other side and go. At that point, I guess we can go meet your former second in command, and lay out sort of what we want from him as far as support over the next couple of days. From there, we go to Cromwell's, um, take care of Cromwell. That gets us a little rest until evening. At evening, we go out as Electo looks like Cromwell. We dress up like the guards, and we go to the palace. We never got the answer of whether or not Riggs knows a secret way into the palace or anything. Is that an option?
Yeah. Oh, Riggs had worked for the King's Guard, so
Yeah.
he knows all kinds of ways in and out and up and down, around, sideways, slantways.
So a way to get into the palace discreetly. We then cause a big distraction, grab Lady Belladonna, head for the docks, and get out of town. And then the two spirit guy gives us cover by the fire behind and some general trouble causing after we leave, so that no one knows. People assume we're still in the city. But that way we stick together. We hit the two or three things the two things that are most important. We don't get to the evil house thing, but then we're out of here in a day, if that's the sort of goal. If we're all right with staying for more than a day, we can do the evil housing tonight and the palace tomorrow night and get out of town the day after, or that morning.
So first off, we have to have a meeting spot inside where since we're gonna separate to get in.
We don't because we're psychically linked. So I can just meet up. I'll use the spell slot to keep us in contact. So you'll just lead them to meet with your contact, and I will fly and meet you there.
I think part of what made us successful with getting Lady Angelica's mom out was that we were in and out and we didn't linger. So I kind of favor only being there for one night.
Okay. So let's go with the plan of being there for a night. We'll get in. We'll find the guy. We'll ask him to basically cover for us by getting a boat in the morning for us, like the first boat out.
The boat we'll do on our own. I don't want anybody in here in Waterend knowing that we're getting a ship.
Okay.
We'll go down and get it ourselves. That's the best way. We'll just go down.
Okay. There. And then we'll just ask for him to provide. Then do we really need him for anything, or do we want like him?
Yeah. Should we even involve him then? If you don't want people knowing, we could just do everything.
Well, let's just go the ship. I don't want anyone to know how we're getting out of here.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. You don't want anybody knowing how we get out.
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Okay. But let's plan to get in quickly. So it'll be Electo, Robert, and Lady Anna. With then being the covers to sell the extra horses. They're coming into town to sell the 3 extra horses since Riggs, Arn, and Lady Angelica won't be on them at the time.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use my masquerade tattoo to change up the tattoo style. I can have it move around and take different shapes, just so that it does look a little bit different than last time I was there.
And how many times do you use it in a day?
So the disguise self part I can only do once a day. The tattoo moving I can do however much I want.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, good.
I have a question for you guys. So when I go in, how do I stay anonymous? Because if I take my armor off, I don't know if I will be noticed. Oh, I'm going to be invisible? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You and Riggs. So we'll use 1-up spell slot to get 2 people in. You'll probably honestly still be sitting on the horses, because if you walk, there'd be footprints. But I think still being on horseback would be the most discreet way to go.
Yeah, I can take the horses in with me as if we're just bringing them in.
Yeah, we're bringing them in to be sold.
Okay, hopefully they'll pat the horse.
Well, I mean, or you can try and sneak by invisible and just while they're talking, scuffle by and hope no one notices your feet.
Well, I'm invisible and I can fly too for a minute. I could fly.
True. So yeah, you can fly and
around and over.
Yeah. So you can use your wings and be invisible. That gets you over the gate, and Riggs will.
Well, I guess since he's not here,
I'm not going to waste. Okay, how about for Riggs? We'll assume I'll twin polymorph, and that way he's also a bird, and then we don't have to worry about that either. I'll just mark it off on my spell points.
That works.
Okay. But so that is the plan then. So we'll go through. So we're then going to meet with 2 Spirit and get the other activity in the city set up first, or do we go to Cromwell first?
It's up to you guys. We can go and see what kind of muscle we can get a hold of, or we can, if you want to take care of Cromwell, then yeah, it's up to you guys.
Should we just strike on Cromwell? Should we just fucking go there and just do it? Get him over with?
That's sort of my opinion.
We're killing him because he's a horrible person, of course. And his house would be a pretty good place to hide out in, as long as he doesn't have too many people there.
Well, and hopefully, we're going to have to. The other advantage is I can, as a bird, go scout it out. Like that would be the advantage going there first, since I don't have to use. I can fly directly there and scout it out to see if he's there, how many guards there are. I would assume that since Maxius is on the march, he would have taken all of the good soldiers with him. Like any sort of troops that were left behind are the sort of dregs a bit.
They're guards.
Yeah, they're low-level guards.
To an extent, but like, don't forget, Julius Caesar did leave Mark Antony behind to guard Rome because he was good, not because he was crap. You know.
Well, yeah,
I assume he has a couple people here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, and I think he's right. We shouldn't just assume that there's a bunch of shitters around. I agree with him.
But it's not going to be the 25 elite super soldiers. It'll be 20.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the attack of Langenberg when we had all those crazy dudes in there. Yeah.
Okay, but let's go there first, because then I can use the bird time to scout out Cromwell and make sure, one, he's alive, and two, what the guard looks like. And there's a chance he's been replaced again because he's a freaking moron.
And if he has, then we abandon ship, right? Because
I mean, I still don't think it changes anything. Then we just kill him twice in one day. Because we know his body's in the casket under the fucking thing there, and plus this time
I see what you mean. I thought you meant replaced with somebody else.
Yeah, if he's gone, if he's dead, and there's somebody else living there, and then I contact you psychically, and we switch to the two spirits guy and go there. That's the fallback.
Okay, so we go there. We arrive in the city. We immediately go to the house. We meet up there. At noontime in the middle of the day. So we're just gonna have to. We can't go into the front gate. So we're gonna have to get in.
Well, again, we're gonna have. I think we can go to the front gate.
I can go to the front door.
Yeah. Robert knows him. He doesn't know who Lady Anna is, and Electo can just cover his face up until the last second, and then we're in the it should just all happen very quickly.
Okay, all right then, perfect. Yeah, let's do that, and then like you said, if that fails, then we meet up with your dude to get some some mischief happening. At the cost of a pretty penny, of course. We have some penny, right?
Well, the first thing that happens is Angelica scouts out the Cromwell's place, right? As the bird.
Yeah, well, as we're so they're walking across. Arn is flying over, invisible. Riggs and I technically would go scout, but the idea is that we're all sort of crossing into the city at about the same time.
Right.
Yes, I would get to Cromwell's faster.
Right. So as you're scouting the place out, the first thing that you see is that Cromwell has 5 times as many guards as what he had previously. And roll for insight.
He's a kook.
Insight. Hold on. Oh, almost a 20.
I know that made me sad. So you don't notice anything unusual about the guards, but there's an awful lot of them all standing around pretty still in front of the gates and the house, and on the roof they all have heavy crossbows and thick armor, and as you get closer and look in the windows, all of the windows have the curtains closed up tight. The house is like blocked off from any light, and the only way for you to get in at all would be to fly down through one of the chimneys. Not all of them are active. Like, some of the chimneys are active, so I'm going to assume that you don't fly down an active chimney.
No.
But there's a few cold ones that you could fly down in order to like get in through the chimney if you want to get in to actually get a view of what's going on inside.
Fly, birdie, fly, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone with something small and unassuming, so as not to be a crossbow target. But
Yeah, like a tiny, tiny bird.
Oh
A little
yeah,
bit-
I didn't assume
Yeah.
you went with like albatross as your
Yeah, no.
your bird choice.
The ostrich flies in the chimney.
like
Right.
a lark. Yeah, like it's a lark. It's a big fucking gamble. What the hell? I'll try it.
Fortune favors the bold, my friend. Go ahead and roll a stealth check in order to try and sneak down through the chimney and not be seen by somebody who, I'm not saying that they'd be like, oh, there's an intruder. I'm saying they'd be like, hey, there's a bird. Let's get that bird out of here,
Yeah.
before it like craps all over the place.
I'm gonna use I say fortune favors the bold with 2 inspiration to burn, so I'm gonna burn 1 here.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. Well,
Hey, I mean, that's pretty good. And most people who are going about their day, their passive perception is going to be 10 plus, 0, so 10.
Mhm.
So like they don't notice anything, and they're busy at work. So you're a small little bird. You fly in there and just get into the building, and now you're flitting about, curtain to curtain, and staying, high so that you're not noticed. And just as you creep through, you see that there's like no guards inside. Like, none. There's a couple of servants at work, doing the basic chores of cleaning everything and keeping everything appearing well, but that's about it. It's almost like dead inside. And as you continue to scope out the place, you finally find Lord Cromwell. He is sitting in a large observatory area where the dome is made of retractable metal orange slices that can open up, and they have a huge telescope pointed out into the stars, and he is sitting in the center of the room with a holographic illusionary map of some galaxy all projected in 3D all around him, as he's like talking some gibberish to what appears to be himself.
Can you just Eldritch Blast them from where you are or something?
I can't. I'm a bird. But is he so?
Dang, what a crazy sight.
Is it Far Realm? Like what? I don't speak it. I assume.
Well, you haven't really heard it spoken. Oh wait, yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, it is.
So I know what he's saying then.
You wait. Do you speak it?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
understanding. Yeah. My understanding was it is a language I understand.
Oh, okay. Uh, that's right. You just can't read or write it. You've spoken it, but you can't.
I can read it. And I have spoken it through contact with things.
Yeah. So, your understanding of what he's saying is something about the coordinates for where to send the rest of the invasion forces, and he's like, pointing at stuff. And
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
2 Cromwells?
Yeah, he's been replaced again because he's an idiot.
Yeah, definitely, huh? They have him locked up again.
Or he's dead this time. They learned their lesson.
Yeah.
But
So is maybe not fighting Cromwell, or are we not fighting Cromwell today, or are we still going to
well,
attack these 2 mind flayers?
It's one mind flayer. It's one Cromwell. He's talking to himself. He's talking to somewhere, a receiving end somewhere. But he is very likely a mind flayer that looks like Cromwell. Like it's a harder fight than just some old guy. So in hassle level, I was hoping this would be like a smash and grab sort of situation. In like overall story, this is a much more serious problem. Like all of that is bad.
Mm-hmm.
The guards are probably potentially Far Realm or just awful. Like I don't know. I feel like despite I don't know from the insight roll, obviously, but I have the feeling that there's something weird about the fact they're just motionless standing there.
They're like conjured creatures or something.
yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of metagaming, but yeah, that's obviously what your insight failed to pick up, is that these guys are all thralls. They're just like zombified.
Yeah.
Well, good. Let them eat water ant from within. Then let's just get the hell away from me.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is, well, I guess we don't know about the attack to send the rest of the troops. Fuck.
I mean, it's a lot of innocent people we're leaving to die. I don't care about killing Cromwell. I'm not thrilled about letting innocent people die for our inaction.
If we're the only people that know about this,
water ant. We get hurt. If you guys get hurt, you're dead. They're going to take you to somebody, and then they're going to kill you.
Yeah, no. It's a big risk. Like there's no.
From the beginning, Arn explained to you that we are. I mean, he said it kind of cornily, but he said we're heroes, right? We're not criminals. But if you want to come with us, we can assist you. But you have to follow by the rules. You have to do what we.
What if there's more of them? Like
there's going to be more of them. But if we're the only people that know, how is anything going to be done? And we are. And remember, we're not just like regular people. We're like exceptional human beings. We have crazy powers, so we're not just like dudes.
You're a literal like angel, dude. You have glowing wings that sprout out of your back.
So it's like me just being like, I don't want to do that. It's kind of like not our purpose, or at least my purpose on this.
Can we all get in through the roof, so we just face him first?
That's what I was going to ask. So now that we know where the observatory is,
can we drop
and that there's no guards inside, if we can get in there easier, then we don't need to worry about anything outside.
The dome, it does retract, but it's not retracted at the moment. Did I say it was retracted? I'm sorry, I might have misspoke.
You just described it as orange slices, so I sort of assumed it was open.
Yeah, no, it's not open. Otherwise, you could have just flown in there. You had to fly in the chimney because there's no curtains open and no other way in.
So out of curiosity, since the Cromwell and Maxius were such pals, does Riggs know a secret way into Cromwell's property?
No.
That would have been.
Yeah, that'd be a little too convenient, but yeah.
And he dig one. That sucks. Okay, so either way, we're not doing this on we're not just smashing in here and doing it. Like,
No, definitely we can't fuck with these people. I think we need to
yeah,
abort this and then focus on the other things we want to
yeah.
do.
So let's go to Plan B and meet at Two Souls, whatever his name is, and I'll join you there, and we will get that set up. We'll get the boat set up separately, and then figure out what time of day it is, and then either head for the palace or, it depending on time of day, we'll figure it out from there what the next step is.
Yeah, and then we can get more information with your friend. Ask him
Yeah.
like if he knows
Yeah.
anything about this stuff.
Maybe he
All
can
right,
give
let's
us
do it.
cover
Hero.
if he can do something to get the guards away from Cromwell for a little bit, like to draw the guards out. Then, like, if he can give us cover, then we can go do it. But we just can't go in there against a mountain of guards.
Okay,
So,
but then what do we do with Maxius?
but I mean, I think the plan stays the same. Let's go talk to him, see if he can help us with Cromwell. Let's see if he knows anything about what's been going on in the city. If Cromwell's been acting weird, if other people have been acting weird, like how is this gotten very weird around here? Like let's find out. He should know the city very well, so let's get his.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Let's take his temperature on the city.
If he's criminal underground, he should have a grasp
Yeah.
on the going on.
Well, and also if it's just Cromwell, then that's one thing. If it's like all the nobles have been acting squirrely as hell, and like they have these weird robot monsters outside, and all their guards are like mindless idiots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be good information together. Okay.
Yeah. Then we've got a much bigger problem. So
It's not just this. It's not this concentrated thing. It's like everywhere.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's go meet with Two Tails or Two.
Tutu.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys obviously had a rendezvous kind of pre-planned, or can at the very least wing one now that you're done with what you're doing over at Cromwell's, and so rendezvousing with Robert and Arn and Electo, you guys go to Two Souls little hideaway that Robert would be able to, take you to, and this is not the actual hideaway. This is like the unofficial front where you do business with, like, people that are like acquaintances. Like, this isn't where you take people who are part of the inner circle. This is just the front level business underground part.
I just I don't know how to warn you guys because no matter what, you guys are crazy. So never mind. Just be yourselves, I guess.
I promise we won't make things bad for you. Okay, we're well behaved when we need to be.
No, Kuros likes to assert himself. He likes to make sure he's the alpha male in the room. So you either gotta take it quick and let him know he's not, or you gotta let him have it.
What do you suggest? Do we need to be like for bargaining reasons? Do we need to be more serious? Like, is this a test?
No, it won't matter. But if you can't, if someone doesn't assert themselves, you'll get testy.
Okay.
So you have to make sure if you're gonna be loud, make sure you're loud at the gate, right?
All right. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So, what do you guys?
I guess we're going to meet him.
So we'll put the horses somewhere and then we'll go.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are able to make it there. Robert knows all the ways around and in and out, and gets you easily to this meetup location with this guy. So what do you want from him? What do you say? What is, you know?
Oh yeah, didn't expect to see you so soon, Kiros. But I'm in Monterey for 24 hours, and got some.
You
Want
kind
to
of
see if we
right.
can rustle up. Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah.
I just want to see if we can rustle up a riot in a few hours. Then I'm gone again. I'm not planning on staying here. But I do need your help now.
And so just so that I understand, what you want them to do is have like a general riot where they just kind of like smash and burn and
Yeah, a bunch of assholes with some Molotovs and a little bit of fireworks.
Specifically targeted at government buildings.
Yeah.
well, I
I'm sure
mean
there's enough people in town that are pissed off at the local government. We
They
can.
might even join in. Who knows?
that gets a little tricky though, of course, because you know when you target the government targets you.
How much does a mission like this cost?
Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to at the end of the day is like if you want extra risk, there's there's got to be compensation or at least a persuasive argument for why they should risk not just the, you know, regular arrest and capture and everything that they would be risking by going out and doing this. Not that it's a huge risk because this is the kind of thing that they do. They're like soccer hooligans, but like you know, it's
Can I make a persuasion roll to see if I can just convince them for old time's sake? Let's just
I
kick up
think
the shit.
before we ask him to to do the mission, can we
Yeah.
ask him what he knows about the goings on?
Yeah, let's get the temperature of the city first before we buy a riot.
Yeah, before we like solidify our deal here.
Yeah, it's just people talk more once you put coin in their pocket.
We can grease him up, but not, I mean, let's just give him like, I mean, I don't know how much information like this costs, but give him like 20 gold pieces and see if he'll talk. So yeah, so what happens is I pull out a little pouch from from my pocket. It has 20 gold in it, and I sit on the table and I say, we would like to purchase information before we uh, make any deal in concrete. What's concrete? Do we have concrete?
oh yeah,
No.
yeah. Well, not like what you would think of as modern concrete,
Mm-hmm.
but oh yeah, there's definitely concrete mixtures that the ancient Caledonians had used in the building of a lot of the highway and bridges, and here in Waterran, especially the Great Stone Bridge that overlaps the rivers is put together with like very strong concrete.
All right, so yeah, so the phrase stands. All right, so I put 20 gold and I say, what do we, what do you know about the goings on in the city? We left a long time ago. We knew that there were some strange things happening with undesirable creatures in the city. Do you know anything about that?
He opens the pouch and
20 gold ain't shit, man. I'm
no,
afraid of iron.
no, that I got this. Don't worry. So he opens the pouch and tosses it back at you and says, "Everything." You asked him what he knows about the city, and he says everything.
I look over to Richard. I mean, I'm sorry, Robert.
Well, these guys have been telling me that Cromwell's got some dark allies, some twisted, some kind of other realm people that he's hanging with. That's part of the reason I got out of this town was because Cromwell was getting a little strange, but it looks like he's even stranger. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Cromwell's always been a bit of an oddball, eccentric, but these last few years have been something else entirely. He fell in with that weird elitist club um, that the wealthy uh, aristocrats around here were gathering together and reading strange arcane books and doing occult rituals and drinking wine together because they were having fun laughing like the people who used to do seances in the early 1900s and everything. It was all just high fashion to be doing all of this, and all of a sudden they got real quiet and secluded, and um, a lot of these aristocrats, wealthy elitists around town have uh, these weird guards that are basically zombies guarding their property day and night, never moving, never flinching. Nobody's ever seen anything like the beef eaters, here in Waterran. So to see a guard just standing there, not talking, not moving, they're like, "What
Not
is?
drinking.
Yeah, what is going on here?" So people have taken notice of this, but it seems to be about like nine, people.
What would you guys think? We can still talk mentally, right?
Yeah.
So what would you
Uh,
guys think of just grabbing one of the cult members?
well, my thought was, let's instead of having him target government buildings, let's have him start a riot out front by that house and burn that house to the ground.
Also a good, yeah. I wonder if they
Because
might do that.
if their ritual place is under threat, that might bring all those guards down, which might give us a chance at Cromwell while they're going to protect something that must be important to them.
You know where that place is, right? It's where they
I
have the.
mean, it's in town. I mean, yes, I do know where it is. I could tell him where the house is. But he knows. Like he just said what it was, so he knows. So maybe that's like start a riot near there. Make sure that place catches fire. Um, and then we keep an eye on Cromwell's to see if that merits a response from the guards. Like again, that may get all their attention right away, or at least some of them. And then we can get in. Oh boy, we can put two people on the rug. I can fly.
It might be easier to hit the cult house ourselves than go after Cromwell because somebody's got to be in there that's more important.
No, but the books are there. I mean, we can't do both. Like if we pick
Yeah,
one.
it's hard to do both. Yeah, we have to. And then if we
Like-
go ahead.
I say like that's the other option. Is we go after the cult house ourselves. We have the riot started somewhere else in the city to keep the guards and everything away. And Cromwell's a scratch. Like we don't deal with it for now. We get information on the cult, what they might be doing next, and then we go to the palace after that. But we can't do both because we're if the idea is to draw the guards away, we literally have to cross paths with them to get like we cross with them. We like run by each other like a Keystone Cops movie. As if that makes sense.
I think the book of names would be more valuable than just.
Okay, then we start the ride somewhere else, or somewhere to distract, somewhere nearby to get the guards to move away. We go for the house. We get any of the books, the list of names, any ritual like stuff, anything like that would be fine. I'm fine with that. And then from there we go for the, like, we're on a clock in there. We're going quick, and then we're
Yeah.
out into the alleyways. Like, again, fire behind us, alleyways headed for the palace. Reagan leads us into a secret entrance. We create the distraction there. We grab Lady Belladonna and we head for the docks. Does that work?
Yeah, I think maybe even since people
Be cut out.
since they know the stuff's going on in there, maybe they'll be more willing to help us out.
Yeah, I mean, so when he says that, Angelica, after we have this conversation, assuming quickly in our heads, Angelica, through Lady Anna, will say, you must know that this cult is a threat. They are more dangerous than you could possibly imagine. Could you help us get inside that house?
Yeah, this is important to me to hit this one place hard before I leave town again. So I would appreciate it if you could make this happen. Just have people look away so we can get in there and deal with whatever's rotting in there.
Wait, you said that in his head?
No. We're saying this to him now. We had the
okay.
conversation in our head, and now we're talking directly to the guy.
Okay. Well, I mean that's the rich part of town. Like, we're gonna get roughed up by guards, like, for sure. So, you know, I mean, we're all about it, but
How does 1,000 gold sound?
1,000 gold sounds like a 1 with 3 zeros after it. And you add one more 0, and we'd be right about in the right ballpark. Because
that price, though, we can get a couple guards with that. We should be getting the guards on that.
Well,
on the
see,
street there.
the thing is we're gonna need at least 100 men, and all 100 of those men are going to want at least 100 gold.
True. That does sound pretty fair, actually.
So how about instead of that, can you get us there discreetly? Help us get past the guards. Forget the riot. Just help us get there so no one sees us get in and come out. Or at least no one sees us travel there and get in. We need to travel secretly.
Oh, see, now that's something that I mean, Robert, you obviously know there's a network of canals that run underneath Waterran that can get anybody anywhere.
But not into Cromwell's, just checking.
Not into Cromwell's, but we can get underneath Cromwell's.
Well, let's deal with the as it stands. Let's focus on the house. So yeah, if you can get us to that house discreetly, that would be, what would that be worth to you, or what that
like,
risk be?
Like 1,000 gold. That's because you're gonna get me personally, guiding you there, 100% guaranteed success rate.
I pull out a pouch with 100 platinum pieces, and I say, "Here you go." And it's like a really decorated pouch, and I say, "I was saving this for an important time."
Oh, that's pretty sweet there. Yeah, thank you. I will make sure that I put this uh, somewhere nice, and he kind of like throws it on the ground. He's like doing a total power move on you.
Yeah. And in our heads, Arn says he could shove it up his ass for all I care.
Yeah.
And then I say, so should we? So we should do that now. Should we go now? I mean, do you want to go?
We got to go now.
Okay. Let's go
I
now.
mean,
Let's
if we
get
wait
whatever
until
information we can.
if we wait until tonight, we're spending a day here.
Yeah. After this, we're gonna go straight to the palace and then try to get her out and leave.
Yeah. So once we get out, Riggs will guide us as discreetly as possible to the palace, and then we will do the palacing tonight when it's dark. Hopefully, we'll get there before dark, and then come out once it is dark, and go from there. I will ask the two souls guy: has there anything strange been happening at the palace? Have there the sort of zombie guards been seen there?
Oh no.
Okay, good. That's something. Okay, so let's get over there, and hopefully it'll be worth the 1,000 gold we just coughed up.
Yeah, so you guys want to get to the cult house?
Sorry, I want to say too, though, I want to make sure that we got some. Sorry, I'm cutting out. I want to make sure we got people keeping eyes on the street while we're going in too. I don't want just him leading us.
You keep cutting out, but I think what you're saying is you don't want him to abandon
I
us,
want
right?
somebody watching our backs. I get some of the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries.
some of those meatheads to watch the
This,
back alleys there.
yeah, this is you know, you're paying for the platinum package, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna be led directly to the cult house. Uh, well, not directly like we're walking up to the front door, but discreetly led directly to the cult house, unseen by any prying eyes, and then instead of having to try to sneak your way in through like any of the any of the doors or windows, you know, fly in or whatever plan you guys were going to have, he also knows of an old what were those coal chutes that runs down into the basement into a room that has basically been sealed off with storage, and so they never check it, and you guys can get right into the basement.
Perfect. That's good. That's where the ritual stuff is in the basement. So that works good for us.
All right, let's get it done. So we arrive? Are we here now? Snap of a finger.
Yeah, that's what you paid 1,000 for.
Okay, and we assume that there's not anybody here, right?
We're going to have to be a little careful. I assume there might be some people here, but I don't think it'll be well guarded or anything when nobody else is here.
Okay, so the situation is that when you guys get down into the old coal storage room, you first of all, it's just a room filled with like old trunks and garbage, just nothing of note. It was just shoved back here, and so everybody kind of forgot about this room, and it just has been sealed, quote unquote, off for a long time. And then you make your way to the door, and one of you can go ahead and like roll for perception to see if you can hear anything on the other side of the door before you open it.
All right, I'm going to cast disguise self and make myself look like Cromwell.
Okay.
And yeah,
I
go
assume
ahead.
you're our best perception person as well.
Yeah, who has the best perception? Oh yeah, you are, but that was an unfortunate roll.
Yeah, not a great roll.
So you don't hear anything on the other side of the door. Uh and you guys, you know, obviously open the door. You're not going to stand in this room. There's nothing in this room of importance. So you open the door, and on the other side, you can see the ritual room. And there doesn't appear to be anybody in the ritual room, just the remnants of the last ritual that was cast here. All of the candles and burnt incense and blood on the floor and whatever else was left over from the last ritual that was cast. And some
Is there any light source in here?
not like lit up, but there are sconces
There's
on the
one.
wall.
So nothing's lit. So we're pretty much just in like dim light.
Oh, you'd be in complete darkness unless you guys have a light.
No, let's keep it dark, and I'll go to the nearest staircase.
Okay, so
I
we
want to block the entrance in and just stealth over in front of the entrance, like the way down, so that if anybody comes, I'm right there.
okay, and then we can get to investigating the room.
And we'll start that room and start looking around the basement.
So would detect magic help anything? Like help me detect magic, like a concentrated source of magic, or would it just tell me that there's magic everywhere in this room?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would give you the locations and general auras of the magic items, and magic in the room and all of that. So detect magic can help. It just
What about? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it just depends, but go ahead.
What about arcane literature? Like, would it distinguish arcane books from regular books?
Would it distinguish arcane books from regular
Like
books?
like far realm knowledge per se from other books?
Yeah, no. So unless the book itself is magical, no.
Okay, it's worth a try.
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts to see if I can feel any other intelligent life forms either on this floor or above us.
Okay. So you are using detect thoughts, and as you uh, cast it, go ahead and roll your caster check.
You mean my just a charisma save?
Yeah, charisma check. Yeah. All right. So you're just able to beat the defenses of one of the mind flayers upstairs and detect their thoughts. But it's like that thing where when you are trying to show two psychics who sense each other, like you see them like look at each other in their heads or whatever, like it's like that, where like you see him, quote unquote, but he sees you.
Okay, I'll warn the group that there's a mind flare upstairs and it's aware of us, and we should probably head that way. Waiting here is not a good play.
They probably have some weird shit down here that they could use against us.
Well, not even that, but they have reinforcements in the city. The longer we wait here, the more likely this has got to be fast because reinforcements come in. We're fucked.
Should we sack him and just fucking kill him because we know he's a mind
Yeah.
flayer?
Yes, that would be my thought.
Okay, and then after we have a little bit of time to search around before reinforcements arrive.
That's my goal. Now
Okay.
that he's aware of us.
Wait, What'd you say?
Can I tell what floor he is? Like generally, how far away he is?
Yeah, he's just on the upper floor,
So first floor or second floor?
first floor,
What's that you cut out?
the first floor.
Okay. So yeah, I say he's up above us somewhere on the first floor. We need to go quickly before he can alert others.
All right. I can I can lead the way.
Yep.
And then we kind of let's try not to group up too much to get blasted by any crazy
Yeah.
thing. Oh, hold up. My fantasy grounds froze.
Mine too, actually.
Me 3.
Oh, we're on the next floor. That's why.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You guys, I thought were going to like be downstairs when the mind flayer came down there, but then you were like, "Let's go upstairs." So like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got to move a little quickly. I think speed is our goal here.
Yeah, I think we're like directly we're approaching where the thoughts came from. We're like gonna burst into the room and just I'm literally gonna charge in and tackle him, and it doesn't matter if we get zapped by something. We're just gonna fucking sack him.
All right, so there's a secret library entrance up here. I'm gonna get you guys kind of grouped up, and then you guys like set the actual pace here.
Got it. Echolocation, baby. Chick, 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 chick. We're searching for him. It's not echolocation. I know that was the joke. All right, where's the library entrance now?
Room we're in, I believe.
Yeah. The bookshelf to the right there. There's a stairwell behind that. That's where you guys came in.
So basically, we want to spread out so we don't get if the mind flayer's like right around the bookshelf to the south, he doesn't hit all of us right away. That I would say is maybe too far, Leto. We are headed south into the room.
No, we're heading right into the room here.
No, we just came from the right. That bookshelf that the arrow was pointing at is where we came out of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we are headed south now to explore the rest of the house.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to stay as much in the shadows as I can. If that's a light source, I'm going to turn it off.
Okay, I'm kind of
It's
going
midday.
ahead.
There are windows here. It's midday. There wouldn't be any lights on.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm like peeking around the corners, kind of peeking my head around the corner here, see if I see him in the for that foyer or breakfast nook or whatever that is.
Okay, yeah, and as you guys are coming around that corner, that's where we lock it up and start the
Initiatize.
initiatives. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
initiatize.
I'm gonna get zapped with something in the face right now. Yeah, we gotta kill this thing. Okay, let's see what he rolls. Or her, or they, I don't know. Tentacle?
It's an it.
Yeah. Let's see what octopus rolls.
So I had readied an action to jump out from around this bookshelf and blast whatever came around. Um, and so I do so.
Can I counterspell? Or does it not count because it's a readied action?
It's not a spell.
Okay.
It's a psionic mind blast.
Very tricky.
Hey, Electo, you can feel waves of screeching psionic attacks racking your brain. It feels like when you get that ringing in your ear, only amplified a million times until it's not just annoying, but literally painful. Your ear has a trickle of blood.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, but 1 second. My aura would provide him with +4 to his save here, so he would have passed with the 15. I don't know if that changes anything that you're about to say, but he is within 10 feet of me, so he would get a +4 with my aura of vitality, or not vitality, aura of
Protection.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
In case it had some sort of like alternate effect or
no, no,
second
there,
effect.
no. It was just, going to be a description of how there's a little bit of blood to signify that there was like, brain damage. But yeah, if your +4 would have saved him, then let's go ahead and get those hit points back.
Okay, sweet. I just got to remember
Phew.
that more often.
I also have to remember my arcane deflection, which I can use as a reaction, and it gives me +4, so that also would have saved me.
Mine is free. That's
All right, and then uh, after I use my readied action, I want initiative. So I will cast. Let's see. Ray of Enfeeblement on.
Counterspell.
Yeah, there you go. So you have to use a higher level slot, I think is how that
Okay.
goes. I hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just double check this. I want to get this right. We haven't really had a chance to use this yet.
I know, and I can get all of my power surges from doing this, so it'll work out good.
Yeah, you were built for this, basically.
All right. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, it is. Its spell fails and has no effect. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to cast a 2nd
sweet.
level spell, so I go to cast Ray of Enfeeblement at 2nd level, and your hands come up and do some gang signs and quickly puts up a little Doctor Strange sorcerer wizard circle thing that like turns my spell against not against me but like back into me. It just like I go to cast the ray, it starts to come out and it just like flows back into me and doesn't cast.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So fine. I won't take a turn then. Tried to take 2 turns and I got nothing.
All right. 1 second.
How am I supposed to provide a scary boss experience if I take 2 turns in a row and I get nothing out of it?
Oh, I'm scared enough. Sorry, I just want to get in and out of here.
They probably have really high wisdom, huh, guys?
Yes.
So I'm thinking about casting Bestow Curse. I don't know. I just got that spell and I'm like learning how to use it. Or I got it last level, but I never used it. But it doesn't seem. I thought it would be good against.
Doesn't it take time though to take effect?
No, it's one action. I can cast it with one action. And it would give me a little bit extra damage to him. It would also
okay.
make it waste its turn at the start of each of its turns on a wisdom save if it fails the wisdom save. Which my wisdom saves right now, my saves are 19 due to this magic item I have that which raised my my saves really high. So I have a 19 save. So I think I'm a
Actually, they're wizards more than anything.
yeah.
So maybe they have high intelligence, low wisdom. You never know.
No, well,
So we
mind flares are pretty crazy though. But we can try. I'm gonna try this. I don't really know how to use this spell, but I want to try it out. So I'm gonna touch him with one of my hands, and I touch him on his weird freaking bulbous head, and I instead of like this glowing a pulse coming out of me, I have the kind of this like you can see like this darkness comes out of my veins and then kind of rushes into my hand, and the pain or the damage that I absorb back when I was healing people gets launched into this mind flayer's mind and bestowing him with a curse with this evil like necrotic magic that I kept inside of me.
Yeah. Instead of the golden glowing, angelic presence, it has more of a deep, what do you think? Red, blue,
I like
purple,
black. No, I think
black?
black. Yeah,
Okay.
just it's like the antithesis to the light. It's the dark, the
Okay.
darkness that I keep inside of me.
So just like a complete absence of light, this black inky uh substance just flows out of you.
Yeah, I can't just delete that stuff. I kind of have to hold it like I'm like a vessel for that stuff, but it doesn't hurt me because I'm an angel. So he has to make a 19. Oh wait, I forgot I roll. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you gotta cast it
Yeah, I haven't played on Vanishing Grounds in a little bit.
in a week.
Yeah, that's a little bit for me. Okay, so I have a bunch of buttons. Okay, these are all just different of the effects. Okay, so I'm gonna first roll to cast after I target, of course.
Oh, that sucks.
Ah, dang it. Dang.
Plus
Yeah,
6.
well, the advantage is the thing that he has advantages on saves here. Wisdom saves, I assume he has advantages on. Okay, so that was my action. What are other bonus actions that I can do?
Well, okay,
Just a
so
wolf.
hold on. As you cast a spell, bestow curse.
Yeah.
So as you chant the words of your spell and let it loose on the mind flayer, you can feel an arcane shielding spring up around him that gives him resistance against your magic, and that's how it had uh, advantage. It has resistance against magic.
Okay. That's fine. Let me go ahead
But
and mark.
you would know that is what I'm saying. Like,
I would send. I would. He has an arcane barrier. Yes, resistance to magic to saves, or advantage on saves or whatever. Um.
well, and magic resistance means that like magic damage does half
Mhm.
damage.
I don't know yet, but I wonder if radiant does like smite. Who knows? Okay, so it's targeted. That's my action, and then I'm gonna move here and then here to flank him.
Well, if somebody moves into flanking position, but
Correct.
don't forget that they would be attacking around that book corner there.
I mean, I was standing there, so I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying that if you attack around a corner, it can provide anything from cover to disadvantage depending on like so it could be a +2 or whatever. There you go.
Okay, I'll do here then.
Yeah, just trying to help you out.
No. Yeah, I'm like literally just kicking over chairs and tables. Like I'm like spinning around him, trying to get his attention from everybody. And
Oh
then
hell yeah, this is the big action scene. Like, let's smash this place up.
yeah, I mean we've already been seen. You know what I mean?
So,
Dang it, I wanted to try that spell out. It's pretty. It's pretty cool. It's a level 3 spell. I haven't been able to use yet.
I'm going to go 5, 10. And then I'm going to use Misty Step to go on 15,
Oh,
20.
sorry. I canceled that because I accepted your first step because that was, you said you were walking there and now you're using Misty Step. I just wanted to get it in two separate things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We go to here with Misty Step. And then I am going to cast, I think this might work. We'll see. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, because that is a bludgeoning. I'm hoping it'll skip the magic thing because it's indirectly magic.
Right. He still gets
Nope.
advantage on his save though.
Yeah, this isn't a strong
218.
caster.
Oh, damn.
We need this is a bad fight for not to have rigs.
Yeah, another big man would help.
And then I will use the rest of my movement to go here and then there. So I'm out of sight. And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna step back a little bit. And I am going to cash in an inspiration point so that I can do this with advantage. First, I am going to cast a second level Witch Bolt.
Ah. That's a good spell.
And I didn't hit advantage. Oh, but I didn't need it.
Still roll again.
Just in case you crit it.
That's right. All right.
Well, I smacked him either way. So, okay. So we're going to apply the effect.
Yes.
Initial damage. And I'm going to pack in a power surge from the counter spell that I just did, and he'll take 5 more damage.
Yep. Don't forget though, your Witch Bolt should have another. Oh no, it only has the. What? Oh yeah,
So it does.
that should have applied to you, not to him. Why did it apply to him?
Oh, maybe I put it on the wrong person. I'll put it on me.
There, I just
Oh.
did it.
Okay, thank you. So I don't know if this automatically does it now, but I do have a thing that I got at 10th level called Durable Magic, which means that as long as I'm concentrating on a spell, that my AC goes up by 2, and so do all of my saves. I don't know if that's like set up in there.
No, that is not set up in there. So, here is what we're going to do. I apologize, everyone. I just need a moment to set this up.
That's okay. So that means that for as long as I'm concentrating, I have 20 AC and plus 10 to intelligence saves. So even though I did fail that first time, hopefully I will not fail a second time.
Yeah. Did you say this was a class ability? What is this?
Yeah, it's specific to the War Wizard. It's called Durable Magic. It's under the abilities.
Oh yeah, let me just quickly see if they already have one. That'd be sweet. Then I might not have to set one up at all.
Hey Richard, what are Robert's class levels again?
Mostly fighter.
Yeah.
Did you say mostly fighter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering what kind of HP you had on you. You probably have a pretty decent amount.
All right, so yeah, all you got to do is click the little effect on durable magic there.
Thank you muchly.
Oh, no problem. And that's really shout out to the 5E effects, team that set that all up. It makes it so much easier to do all that.
For sure. All right. And I think that's it. That's it.
Oakley dokley.
All right, so I'm going to move up. And as I walk up, you guys see from behind like a sheath like a reverse sheath on my back under the jacket. And I pull out the large black far realm cleaver and I shout an infernal and I start attacking this thing.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, don't
Well, right,
forget.
because we're
That's what I'm here for, man. There you go.
roll with advantage. I'll just do the second roll right now. Come on. I'll take
Oh, that
it.
hits. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that was almost a 20, but oh well.
well, sorry, since I hit him, I'll use favored foe.
Yeah.
I can't because I have Hunter's Mark. It won't work. Because I did get the Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah, it's putting both on.
I don't think they'll work. I don't think they'll both work. So let me see what happens. I'll just roll damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I was reading something the other day saying that they don't stack together for some reason. Which
Yeah,
is weird.
because they're both
They
concentration.
don't. They don't. It only
Yeah.
rolled one of them.
Yeah, because they're both concentration.
Something.
I really want to crit. Oh, come on.
Your black blade cuts deep into the mind flayer. A spurt of foul smelling, orangish, glowing blood pours out of it.
And yeah, I'm going to action surge so I can attack again.
You forgot advantage again.
Okay, I was supposed to roll with advantage, but I hit anyway, so
No,
I'll roll.
roll again.
You never know, you know.
No.
Yeah, because you can still roll the damage even if you miss, but if you crit, then it'll
All right, so I have one more.
Yep.
with advantage.
Do it to it.
Yeah, double dice is not something to drop. We should try to get that. You're getting higher and higher every time.
That's okay. I drew a lot of blood from this thing. I can't.
Oh, it's critical. Oh man.
Okay, use my bonus action. So I tried my best.
All right. Well, that is about enough of that. So let's go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility
Counterspell.
at 5th level. No.
Oh, okay. I think it goes to a roll off then.
Yeah. No.
Oh. Okay.
Alecto can finally flex his wizard fighting abilities. He's never been able to do that in a long time.
Yeah. So
Even if he goes invisible, I still got a shot at him. So
I try to go invisible, but as my body begins to fade from view, suddenly Electo finishes mumbling some mumbo jumbo, and I snap back in to reality and full view.
Can't bullshit a bullshitter. I use that spell all the time.
Good job, Alecto.
All right. So with that in mind, I am going
And
to
in between a rock and a hard place.
lash out with my tentacles at Robert.
Can
okay,
anybody
I'll
read
use
what
my
Robert wrote there?
reaction.
I
What's
can.
What?
Sorry, I'll use my reaction to give me the armor class bonus. Just let me find the
Okay.
ability here. Where is tentacles effect? All right, there you go.
Yep. And suddenly my tentacles try to grab you, and nothing doing. I reach out. As you can see, unlike other mind flayers, I don't have um, a bunch of tentacles going every which way. I just have two big tentacles, and as they reach out and grab at you, you kind of slice one of them off with your blade, and the
The
other,
blade's loving this.
yeah,
It's like completely going for it.
and the other one just kind of like reels back like a snake that got, struck. All right, Arn.
Yeah, and then I just plunge my sword into its back while it's turned away.
Like the honorable knight that you are.
Well, I mean, it's fighting. You know what I mean? Where it's
Horrible monster.
it's called strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, finish it.
Yeah, and you can always gussy it up in the history books. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to know that there was two people here. It was just Arn, and he fought everyone.
When you go back to Langenberg and tell everyone the story of how this went down. I mean, you're not lying. You killed the mind flayer.
Yeah, so I stab it, and then when it falls, I'm gonna hit it again. Does that automatic crit whenever I hit him when he's down?
Yeah.
All right. All right, wait, okay.
Well, wait, no. A coup de grace is an automatic crit.
Okay.
You just have advantage on him when he's down because he's unconscious and defenseless and all of that.
Okay, but so since he's unconscious, what do we want to do with the mind flayers, everyone? Do we want to kill them or do we want to hold this thing? Because it could just psychically reach out to its friends.
Yeah,
I
no,
bet.
it's better. It's better it dies, I think.
Okay, then I'm gonna just
I'm hacking.
cut its head off, like slice it off while it's down, just like a big chop, or would I have to roll?
The attack option is a standard action in which you get the extra attack when you make the attack, but the coup de grace is also a standard action.
Oh, I see. Okay,
So
I
you
didn't know
can't.
that.
Yeah, you can't coup de grace with your second hit. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you explained it perfectly at the end. So I'm just gonna keep hitting it to give it death saves, and that we could just die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of us coming up, so just keep fucking frying it. The last time we fought one of these, it like almost got back up to fight us.
I will come around the corner. And since I've never, let's see what I had here. So I would get advantage on an attack here.
If you made a melee attack against it, it would automatically be at advantage. If you make any other kind of attack, well,
I'm gonna. The tentacle is gonna sort of uncurl off my arm, and I'm gonna snap out the whip thing on my arm, and because I've never had a chance to use it, and this seems like a good chance.
Smack him up. All you gotta do is hit to give him death save. So
That was. I'm sorry, wrong thing.
yep. Also, you don't have to roll to hit. You just you can also coup de grace him if you want, and automatically deal critical hit damage.
Sure. How do I do that?
You just go to the plus minus on the upper right and choose critical under damage.
Ow. Okay, and then I'll just do that.
Yep, hold on, no, I have to take one
Clear
of
that.
those death saves. All right.
teach him a lesson.
Oh, you ghost him. He's killed instantaneously as your tentacle kind of reaches out and rips his jellyfish like spine out, and you can see the little alien tentacles that had like formed up into this thing's brain to turn it into the mind flayer.
No. So with it dead, we're like we gotta search this place quick now.
Well, I want to play out the combat though round. Just, yeah. Because as I'm hacking into this creature, the blade has just kind of taken over.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So I'll kind of, move around the room and just, can I roll investigate to see what I find?
Absolutely.
My eyes are closed.
Do we have to be in turn order for this, or can we just kind of theater of the mind
Well,
what's going on?
Robert's still doing something, so
Okay.
you have to.
Yes, unfortunately, the blade wants to continue feeding, and it pulls me sideways to attack Lady Angelica.
Wait, what the?
Oh fuck.
But with my second attack, after I do this, I will immediately drop the sword and then just go, holy shit, and drop it. Like, let the blade fall at my feet, and then I just kind of drop to my knees. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. You guys notice there's no blood on me. Even the blood from Lady Angelica is like completely in the blade. Like, I'm spotless.
Did you say you fell to the floor?
Yeah, I'm just kind of collapsing now and putting the blade on the ground. Because I'm... okay,
Are we
I'm
still
a
in
little
turn
shocked
order?
that happened.
I think we can hop out of turn order, right? To do that?
Yeah, I think Angelica would just like screech mentally into your head, but like snap out of it before she turns or does anything. She'll grab the wound, but like clearly seething, but focus on the immediate test. Like,
But he knew immediately, as soon as the blade touched you, you could tell it was made of Far Realm. Like, it was literally singing Far Realm as it cut through you.
yeah, she'll just like after a second, her more normal, calm mental voice saying like, "We'll speak on this later, but we need to search this place quickly before any reinforcements come."
Whenever you drop the cleaver, I kind of like put a foot on your chest, like slamming you to the ground. Sorry, but you sliced her, and then I pick. I like kind of like jab my foot into your chest, and it pushes you to the ground. And I say, "No funny business." Got it?
Yeah, Blade just got a little hungry. If you could heal her up, I'd be much obliged.
And I pick up the blade and I put it in my waistband. And I'd say, use a different sword.
As soon as you put it in your waistband, it kind of wiggles, like it's squirming like a thing.
Let me take a look at it.
Well, let's just I keep it with me, and then I tell him to get his ass up and start looking around, and then I start looking. Yeah, like Angelica said, we could talk about this later, but you're lucky that we're in a hurry.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So I start looking around in the area here, or we can go back downstairs if we think there was more information downstairs as well.
Say so.
I'm gonna check. I got a pretty good idea what to look for here.
With the detect thoughts, or did I sense anything else in the house?
No, there's no other thoughts in the house, but you guys do find some thralls just like mindlessly going about the library duties of like dusting and like putting stuff away. You like there's servant thralls just cleaning mindlessly.
I'm going. I'm investigating, looking specifically for the name book, the prayer book he read from, and anything of value, I think, and anything that might fit my key.
As well, I accidentally deleted my token off of the map.
How'd you do that?
I was trying to cancel my movement, and I didn't read properly, and it said delete token and not cancel movement.
Weird.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys are uh you know kind of free to wander around for a moment and look and investigate, but uh Robert, like, you suddenly hear two souls give you the signal that you guys have for somebody's coming.
Okay, so
Yeah, we gotta get back.
but hold up, we found what again? What were we able to find?
Oh, I didn't say that. I just was letting you guys know that as you're looking around, you're free to look around for a moment, but then Robert got the signal.
Okay, so can I look out the window at the front door and see who he's talking about?
You guys don't see anybody just yet, but Two Souls was positioned.
Yeah, just grab what you can and move.
Yeah,
Back.
we're not. We're going to go out the back or something, or out a different way. But I'm so again. Let us do the investigation quickly, trying to find anything. We got at least one decent roll out of this. So, and
Oh yeah,
then
I like that at 19. Yeah.
yeah. So assuming we find something quickly, I'm then going to basically set fire to the foyer there by the door, and then like we're getting the fuck out through the back.
Okay.
The basement that we came in through. We could go
Right.
back
No,
out through
no.
that same.
Or we can go out the windows in the back of this room here onto the because we're at ground level.
I mean, people would see us leaving the burning building, right?
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Go out through the basement then. That's fine. That gives us a moment to search the basement. Then we get a little bit more time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we grab like literally anything that looks valuable up here. Does the wizard guy, the tentacle man, does he have anything on him, like a book or a staff or anything that looks
Yeah.
interesting?
Yeah. So you guys were all looking around, like you said, Angelica. You were looking for the book. Stuff like that. Electo, when finally Robert had moved away from the body and the sword had been picked up and all of that was done, you moved over to inspect the illithid, and you find on it a uh, book written in the far realm, but uh some of it was starting to be translated into the local common dialect, and so it has, like it's like Rosetta Stone for Fire Realm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Angelica, Lady Angelica could read it anyways. So
It'll help you.
Yeah.
I'll take hold of this.
And then also, Arn, had you cast detect magic before, or did you not do that?
he did.
Because if you cast it now, after the Illithid was dead up here, you would be able to quickly identify if there are any magic items amongst.
I see. Kind of like not around the blood circle. Now that we're above that, I can
Right.
clearly see different things. Okay, I'm gonna do that in the haste. I'm gonna snap my fingers and open my eyes and look around.
Yeah. So with your eyes kind of glowing, you peer around, and there is one. It's a globe, but it's got some kind of aura of magic. Also, like, holy shit, it's a globe. Like, this is not a common thing that.
Yeah.
So to have a map like this is just holy shit. And then
Oh, so is this a detailed map of the world that we're on?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm seeing this for the first time. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. And like you might be able to recognize like some of the map, but like the rest of it is like what the hell. And so you're seeing something pretty spectacular to begin with, but then it also has a magical aura. But then looking down at the Illithid, you also can tell that its robes that it's wearing are magical.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the globe, and then I'm gonna. Can I? And the lifted probably weighs nothing. Can I just fucking pick it up with me and hoof it downstairs, and then we could undress it on the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I pick up the globe. Um. So where's the globe at? Can we say like on this maybe this table back here? That
Sure.
I'm okay. So I'm gonna pick this globe up. I'm gonna run over here to a bookshelf. I'm gonna tip this oil lantern over onto the books so that the books start lighting on fire.
Okay.
And then Angelica could light some other. I'm lighting this first library on fire, and then we're gonna run back downstairs.
Did Angelica find the book of names or anything else about?
You remembered. Well, actually, roll an intelligence check.
I found this circle thing. It's very round.
Wow.
Damn it!
Ouch.
You,
Fuck!
you
I can't roll yet.
I know. You thought you remembered where it was, but you ended up grabbing some other accounting book that, although does have some, interesting names and information, this is not the complete list that you were looking for.
And then obviously the investigation got me nothing for the key, nothing else of interest.
Right, but the book that translates the Far Realm might be able to allow Electo to start helping you with this stuff in the future, so that now two people can translate and look at anything that you know.
Two minds are better than one.
That's right.
So as we're then, so we're going to go out through the top of the room through the bookshelf to the basement. Correct? That's the way out.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So as I'm going, I'm just hitting firebolt on all the bookshelves, on the desks, the carpet, anything that looks remotely flammable is getting a firebolt as I'm walking by.
And I take the. Should I take the illithid because or can
No.
I just take its robes off?
Just take
before I
its
leave.
robes off and leave its corpse.
Can I?
Well,
Get out of there.
it's gonna take about a minute, to undress it. Like maybe a little less, but
Yeah. Well, in my eyes, illithids they're like octopus sized, right, and like kind of shape. So like weight as well. So I could just pick it up with one hand and like with 2 fingers.
Yeah, just drag it down the
Yeah.
stairs. We'll
And then
undress as we
undress
go.
it, and then
Yeah.
just leave its corpse behind.
yeah, you can totally drag it out so if you'd rather just do that, that's fine. It is going to take a second to like undress it though, because it has a humanoid body. So
Well, once we get down to the basement, that'll buy us. The room's on fire. Once we get to the basement, we have a way out. We can do it very quickly down there.
yeah.
Yep, that's a perfect place. That's what I was going to say, and then we could leave it down there.
Yeah. Okay.
So while we get down there, I'm sorry as well. Right before we leave, I'm grabbing any tome, anything that looks like a some sort of tome on a table. I'm grabbing it, even if it's nothing. I'm just putting it in my pocket,
Sure.
and then I'll find out what I found later.
Sure. And you guys eventually get down to the basement, get the illithid undressed, and get out. And as you get out, you can hear people starting to shout about the fire. And Robert, roll for perception.
I'm going to use the inspiration I have.
Okay. You just managed to spot not who they are, but some very well dressed, like you recognize an aristocrat, dress and all of that when you see
in
one.
Wonderland.
Yeah. And so you can't see the faces to identify them, but you see some aristocrats suddenly moving away from the house. Apparently, this illithid had already reached out to its friends psychically, and they had descended upon the house before the fire got the attention of other townsfolk, and now they're moving away so as not to like get caught up in the drama.
Okay, that's good then. Where we have some time to kind of snoop in the basement before things go awry, right? Well, no, let's just leave. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
The house is burning on top of us. Right?
Yeah. I shouldn't have said that. Let's just go.
Yeah, get the blade back.
We need let's find somewhere quiet to talk first, and then.
Yeah, no, Arn wouldn't give you it back. He would just shoot you a glare, and then we keep running. If you want to live, you keep coming. Come on.
It's just bad luck for you to be holding it. I wouldn't recommend doing that for too long.
You'll get this back at the end of the field trip.
Yeah, Arn says bad luck if you keep arguing, and then he starts running.
And you guys run off, to your next location.
So we're gonna end the chaos, right? This building's on fire. There's probably gonna be some guard going down there to put it out, or some military service.
So
it's not military per se, but yeah, bucket brigade type stuff going on. Yeah.
What time of day is it?
This would be afternoon. 4 or 5.
All right. Are we in the same time of year as we are in here in real life? Are we in the winter? That'd be perfect.
Yeah. It's pretty much.
All right, guys. It's sunset.
Let's find a place to take a short rest, and then we'll use the secret. Let's get into whatever the secret tunnel is to the thing, and then we'll take a short rest there, and then head in.
Good idea. So yeah, we get into these underground tunnels and lick our wounds for a minute. An hour.
We can identify the cloak and the anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's take an hour to do that. So we're sitting down in this underground tunnel that Riggs has pointed out to us. It's quite damp, quite dusty. Sorry if I'm just making shit up, but I feel like nobody's kind of been using this thing.
That's exactly how it is underwater, Ran, because it's all rivers running through there. Yeah.
And then we're sitting down, and you can hear an occasional drip every now and then from water coming out of the ceiling, and we're investigating these objects that we found: the book, the globe, and this ornate. Oh no, book, globe, and robes. So should we have to roll identify on these things to make it happen? Because I don't as I remember, none of us have that spell, right? Or should we just do Arcana checks?
Lady Angelica has identify. And I get it once per day for free, so I can do it twice and only use one spell slot.
Okay. Which two do you want to identify? We have. I guess we don't really need to identify your book, so we can identify the globe, figure
And
out
the
what the heck
robe.
this is, and the robes.
Yep.
All right, so we do that. And if anybody wants to spend hit dice, you can spend hit dice now. I don't know who else got hit.
All right, so the first thing that gets identified is the robes. Not necessarily like you guys can do it in whatever order you do it in, but I'm just going to describe it in this order. So the robes are robes of magic resistance. They bestow magic resistance upon the wearer, and they have like +2 AC. So
as you're identifying the thing, you find it really difficult to identify it. Like it's fighting the identify spell, but then you finally break through, and it's like, oh, duh, this thing is the thing that's causing the mind shift.
Yeah.
And,
Sorry, go for it.
No, by all means, please.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Angelica should take these.
Yeah, I think Angelica could use these pretty cool robes. Magical resistance.
Technically, I can't because when I change shape, I would destroy them theoretically because I don't actually wear clothes. It's all an illusion.
Not if they're magical robes. DM.
When you polymorph, it is dependent upon whether it is a magical effect that is polymorphing you or a natural effect that is polymorphing you. So you can think about it like the difference between Mystique changing into a different character, you know, where like all her clothes and everything like transform with her, to the Hulk, Bruce Banner transforming into the Hulk. Although Angelica creates the illusion of clothes and everything in order to, you know, not appear naked, she is doing the Bruce Banner into the Hulk transformation. It is a physical transformation, and any physical clothing she wore would potentially be destroyed. However, magical clothing is supposed to automatically resize itself for the wearer. So as long as you retained a humanoid shape, I think you could wear them.
And you know what? Cloaks have
we
no
could just-
bottoms, so your tail could just pop out.
Just give him the rags. He'll wear them.
I think it would make sense to give it to Lady Angelica with magical resistance, so that she can be kind of another tank, or what is it called? Mage Buster. Another person that can help us fight against mages, and it would help her concentration saves. She wouldn't get hit with spells easier. I think it would be better on her than a fighter. And plus, she's
Well,
here.
if she'll wear them, then yeah, go right ahead.
Would the wings be an issue? I just don't know.
Well, that's what I'm kind of making the logical argument of, is that if magical armor, rings, etc., size themselves for the wearer to where you can be either a gnome, halfling, whatever, and be able to wear the +2 breastplate, or you could be a large minotaur and be able to wear the +2 breastplate, then that must mean, you know, like let's take chainmail for example. How's it going to get over the Minotaur's horns unless it is specifically like fitted magically somehow to be able to like size down to a gnome or get around a Minotaur's horns and everything else? So I would assume that it would magically reshape itself to allow for the wings to where there'd be wing slots.
Yeah, that's cool. And
Yeah.
it only works because it's a magical robe. Yeah.
Sure, then I will take that then.
All right, now you got magic resistance, man.
You know, it's weird to like try to apply too much logic and
No,
all
no,
of
no, it's
that
fine.
to
No,
a
but don't you
magical
have?
world, but
You're already wearing one cloak though. Can you wear two cloaks?
no.
Oh, I'll take that other
You got
cloak if you want.
the spider one is nice. Just
Oh,
let
the
it go.
spider cloak. I thought you had the freaking displacer one. Never mind.
No, that was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then I have the spider one, which I imagine more like a true cloak and not like a robe. This sounded more like a robe when it was described, because a cloak we wouldn't have had to take off him.
Oh yeah, sorry, I just got caught up with the, can you wear two cloaks? And it's like, no, you
Yeah.
can't wear two cloaks, But yeah, you can wear robes, which
And a
is
cape. Yeah.
armor. It's the chest, slot, and the torso slot, and then the cape, the cloak is the cloak
Yeah.
slot, So
Yeah, I will have to lose the brooch of shielding, and which never ever used once.
uh
The brooch of shielding.
Yeah, brooch of shielding was never took force damage and never got shot with magic missile.
Force damage and magic missile. I guess we might be able to pawn it off one day.
Yeah, we'll just.
It's
Do you
a
have to
lower level
attune to
magic
it?
item.
What's that?
Does it require attunement?
Yes, I have 3 attunements items right now.
Oh,
I think
I would have had this mind flare shoot magic missile at you, but Electa would have just counterspelled it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
but
what he
sure,
does.
I will take.
well, I don't have any. Armor doesn't take a slot, right? So I probably have
Attunement?
2 slots that I can. Yeah, then I can. I only have the blade, so
Yeah. We you can think about that. Because if you want to tune to it, just let her know, because then she'll give it to you. But in the meantime, while we're resting and everybody's kind of like
drop it
wrapping
in
up,
the group thing. And, yeah.
yeah. As Angelica's probably like wrapping her elbow and the cloth because you sliced her. I pull the blade out of my my belt, and I hold it to you with the blade in my hand, and I say, "Explain to me what was happening back there. Why did you attack her?"
The blades wanted a taste of her blood since we met each other. It's just been waiting for the right time to strike. But
What are you talking about?
we'll see if you hold that blade until tomorrow night when the sun's. It's gonna want blood, and it's gonna take yours if you don't feed it.
And why did it want my blood?
Yeah, you have a cursed blade that wants her blood.
Like,
Why
are
did-
you going to attack me again at any chance you get?
I think now that it's had a taste, it's sated. But you radiate what, like you two are a pair. That blade's got a fondness for you.
I suggest you keep that blade off of our teammates if you don't want mine on you. Okay.
Well, it's not going to go after anyone else. It's just call into its own.
But that's not the answer I'm looking for. Do you understand? If you hit us again, there's going to be consequences. You control it or you lose it.
I kind of chuckle and said, like I said, you want to hold on to it for me. You'd be doing me a favor, but I don't think you're going to be able to feed that the way it wants.
I give it back to you and I say, you heard my warning.
It'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you my word. I'll do my best. I don't think.
Are just gonna go like speak
When it
up
comes to the far realm, man, a lot of weird things happen. So,
but how did you get an artifact from the far realm? How did you like this is not connecting or making any sense to me? Arn says. He goes, why, like you know, when we got into the town, you knew we were there, and then you tell us that you have information about the far realm or people that might know about the far realm, and you have an item from the far realm. You're not telling us anything. What's going on?
well, I didn't know that you'd be carrying the far realm with you. I didn't know there was somebody in your group who would. I was just looking to make something right with Riggs, but Lady Angelica there just seems to be a anomaly, some kind of enigma that it's thrown everything off kilter here.
I know there's hypocrisy in what I'm saying, and that weapon doing damage to anybody around it. but Angelica has never once threatened anyone here in this group and has tried her hardest to uh, push any mission we have going forward. Um, if that blade is going to stand in our way, just the same that if Angelica were to ever spring on Electo, I will quickly slice her neck off. You got it?
Well, let me
It goes
ask
the same for
Lady
everyone.
Angelica.
I'm protecting everyone. All right, like it's not just because
No,
I
that's
just met
fair,
you.
but as Lady Angelica knows, when you tap into this power, sometimes things happen. I think you know what I'm talking about. This wasn't personal, and I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. But
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be playing
So,
Homelander. I let you handle it. Yeah.
so Lady Angelica will look at him and say, "I don't tap into this power. I am this power," and then just turn away.
It takes a
oh
while for her to
shit!
warm up to you, man. It's gonna be
Do
like
you
that.
say that in your Lady Angelica voice or in the head?
I'll say it in the actual what I sound like voice, like the
Yeah.
Damane.
Yeah, I like that image better. Sorry, sorry.
No. Yeah,
I am the power.
I don't tap into this power. I am this power.
I'll just pull a Constantine and sheath the blade, shrug, light a smoke. But I'll do
Gosh,
my
this
best.
guy is too
It wasn't
relaxed.
personal.
I hate it.
It wasn't personal.
He's like, "What? I didn't mean it." He's like, "I just cut you. So what?"
Well, compare it out of character. Compare it to like creatures that appear when the Far Realm is used.
Yeah, no, I know I know what you're doing. It's like a so out of character. It's like a cursed weapon, but I'm just letting you know that if you slice somebody in the party, it's like a red flag. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no,
We
totally.
we
That's
met
totally
you a
fair.
month ago.
I
You're like,
totally expected to have backlash. I never actually thought the
or not even a month ago, like a fucking two
whether it
weeks
be a
ago.
Far Realm creature like a Mind Flayer and Lady Angelica all within the same range of the blade at the same time. Like it was a very far fetched situation for it to happen.
She would
you
also
say
be on
that,
one with
you say that,
yeah.
but literally it happens all the time here. So,
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
anyway,
because if you were like 5 feet back, I wouldn't have pursued you.
Should we try the globe next?
yeah,
Yeah,
take the globe.
absolutely. So, the globe. This,
By the way, which you've never seen, guys. This is a weird
yeah,
fucking circle map.
yeah. First of all, it's a globe, which you're talking about people who barely have inaccurate maps, like from the 1200s. So all of a sudden you've got this like highly accurate globe, and it's absolutely first of all gorgeous. It's like one of those antique globes with nice gold handles holding it together, and everything's painted on there beautifully. It's all very elegant. But then as you look at it, the waves of the water begin to move, and the clouds in the sky like start to move, and everything suddenly like zooms in. This is a globe of scrying that lets you zoom in on any place on this globe that you focus on.
Google Maps?
Yeah,
Google Maps?
yeah. This
Oh,
is this is Google Maps.
what the fuck? The whole map? I'm like looking around the world like at islands that I didn't even know existed.
Electo definitely wants that.
As you look at one of the islands, you see a cheeky little monkey throwing a coconut down at some beachgoers.
And then I kind of like gasp and take my eyes off of the globe and I go, "Did you guys see that? The monkey? What is going on?" And obviously it's like crazy. Like you guys are looking at him crazy. He's like, "The monkey? What the fuck?" He's like, "Just zoom in. Just find somewhere and zoom in. There you can see far away from us."
Can you see your keep?
I zoom in on the keep.
You get a live feed of the keep uh, because you guys are in Waterran, and Langenberg is further to the west. It's still earlier in the day there, so although the sun has set here in Waterran, it's still like just before sunset in
Hmm.
Langenberg, and you can see everybody gathered around like doing the evening meal stuff.
Can we
What
ask it to zoom in on a person? Like
we
if
haven't
we say
tried.
show us Maxius, can it show us where he is?
You say show us Maxis, but it doesn't do anything.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna,
like Google Maps. You gotta zoom in yourself.
I'm gonna look near Langenberg and see if I can see signs of the army.
Yeah, you kind of like, zoom around looking, but it's like you're looking for something that you got to be very zoomed in on, but you're trying to cover a big area, so you can either like scan it really quickly or you can scan it really slowly. But either way, it's hard because you're either having trouble spotting it because you're scanning it very quickly, or it's taking a long time because you're scanning it very slowly. So roll for perception to see, how well this goes for you.
We already know how it's gonna go. Hey.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 19. So, you are scanning around looking for any signs, and you're able to spot Maxius has been met with some resistance, and rather than um, allow his forces to be harried with hit and run harassing tactics, which is what was happening. He has dug in a fort that they are now in this wooden palisade fort with the army, and he is sending out patrols to go and try and find these guerrilla tactic mercenaries that Langenberg has employed to harass Maxius's army, and just keep them as weak as possible so that when they do arrive for the inevitable siege, they're not at full strength. But Maxius instead is going to secure his supplies and main bulk of his troops and send out specialists to go try and find these small bands of guerrilla fighters and just eliminate them. So you spot the fort.
Good. Well, that's good to know. He's tied down. Last but not least, I'll look at Cromwell's place to see if the roof is open and to see if his guards are there still.
Ah, it is nighttime, and indeed, he has opened up the dome on his observatory, and indeed, his guards are still guarding uh, the estate.
Okay. So I can see what he's doing since the roof is open, though.
Yeah,
Uh,
zoom in.
yeah, I mean, you can kind of see, like you can't really get angles too well on this thing, but like you kind of just get the top down view.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you can see him like moving around, uh, like he'll come and look through the telescope, and that's when you can like clearly see him. And then he'll like move over to a giant chalkboard where he uses magic to control the chalk and write out different things in Far Realmanese, and then he moves over to another part of the room, and you can't really see what he's doing over there, and he's just kind of moving around doing stuff.
All right. Well, fair enough. I assume our short rest is up, so let's head into the the main event.
All right, so our job is to get in through this this underground area, and we know where Lady Angelica's held, or not Lady Angelica, excuse me, where Lady Belladonna is held because she was held with the other harem of women, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we
Yep.
can go back to that room and see if she's there. Or can we use the globe of scrying to see what's the situation at the palace real quick?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the palace, and again, you get the bird's eye view of the guards and the routes that they're taking, and you can see the palace walls and the gardens and everything. You can't see, unfortunately, like it doesn't zoom through the roof or anything, so you can't see what's going on inside the building, which is
Hmm.
where she is.
I was just checking the outside, maybe if I see her on by chance, or like if I see
No,
a large amount of people grouped up in one area or something.
nope, not that either. Just the guards doing their patrols and
All right, normal day
posted at their things. Yep, normal palace view.
activity. Yeah. Okay. Let's take our shot. And can we? So I guess my face is already covered. Um, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty noticeable. Let's just go in there. They're like, yeah, it was like this 7 foot tall dude came in here and started beating people up.
Well, so let's talk real quick on just the plan. Theoretically, Robert has the best chance of getting to. Robert knows Lady Belladonna, right? Or at least could make an introduction.
So maybe I'm asking the DM. Would Lady Belladonna have interactions with maybe any of the butchers because she was a lady of the people? She would go and she
No,
would.
no, no. It wasn't that. It's that his Robert's girlfriend used to provide services to Lady Belladonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
I'm
I
so
didn't
sorry.
have
I
the
forgot
phone out
about
of
that.
reach. I had the phone out of reach there, so I couldn't reply quick enough. It'd be
Yeah.
kind of like saying, "Yeah, you know my girlfriend, and I came to talk to you." I don't know if that's going to get me into the house or near past the guards.
No, no, we're not trying to. I mean, this is to get her out. Um,
Oh yeah, that's what if I can speak to her, then yeah, that's a
yeah,
different story.
yeah.
I can
We're
talk
we're,
to her.
we're going to. My thought was we put you invisible, send you up. Do you have a way? Do you have a way to get her out once you have her? Like a
We can sneak out.
no, but I mean, okay, so like I have polymorph. I get transformer. Electro can make her invisible. Um,
Yeah, I got knives and a blade, but I'm pretty damn good in the dark, so I can get in
yeah.
there
I
and get
mean,
her out. I don't know if I can cover her up, but
no, no. I
I
mean,
can
but we're
definitely
we're
get
gonna make
to
a we're gonna make a big scene on the first floor somewhere.
Can we make? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Let's say, does this tunnel get us into the building or just onto the grounds?
Uh the passageway that he knows about is a secret passage in and out of the palace, because he was responsible for, like, if somebody came to assassinate, like he had to get people out and all of that. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's probably near the basement where we were torturing that people earlier. Like it's near the same area in the
Yeah.
basement.
So we come up. I think Angelica and Alecto can make the biggest scene without being caught, because we can both do range stuff. We can start fires. We can be invisible. We can transform. Like, we can make a bunch of havoc without anybody really seeing us do anything. And then
Now,
once that's started, you guys can go get her.
but before we do havoc, we don't know she's there. Can you fly around like a little birdie and check stuff out, or like a
Yeah,
cockroach or something?
I can try and do a bird and go
Because
look around.
it'd be kind of foolish to just go and expect her to be there.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will polymorph into a bird and fly out of the tunnel and through the palace to see what I can see.
Or a mouse or something. It doesn't have to
Well,
be
no,
big.
it's gotta be faster than that. A bird's a... I'll try to do like a little swift and fly around.
Yeah, so as you are flying around the palace, roll for perception.
If you still have inspiration, that it might be a good time to use it.
Yeah, I'll use my last inspiration.
You can get it back. Just be cheerful and roleplay, and you'll get it.
I try to do it more for like having a good idea, but yeah, anything that forwards the story, stuff like that. So as you're checking everything out, you can see that there is a heavy presence of guards in front of Lady Belladonna's private chambers, and um, the door is barred, but from the outside.
So, like, they're locking her in there, right?
Yes.
Or whoever's in there.
Yes.
How many guards?
Like 6.
Okay, so that's not that bad. If we need people to get them away from there, I can mass fear them. And
Oh.
they would all have to make saves. I have a 19 save, so pretty hard to pass.
Hold on. Is there a window? Like, does she have like a patio window or a balcony?
No, there are no openings in the private chambers of Lady Belladonna. Maxius had those sealed off in a jealous rage that he didn't want anyone to be able to spy on his queen.
Smell like warm fart in there. So that's still pretty easy to fix. Okay, so I still like the idea of like we'll use the summon aberration and then some fireballs, and so how about this? Lady Angelica will start the distractions with the fireball and all that, and if she gets caught, she'll polymorph or just fly away. You guys, she'll start the distraction by herself. We'll put up the psychic link, and then once you guys are you guys can work together, the 3 of you, 4 of you with rigs, theoretically, to get her out, and whatever was the best way, whether the flying carpet, invisible, whatever. But my goal will be to lead as many guards away from you as possible.
Why don't we run out of this exit? That'll be probably the path of least resistance, don't you think? Instead of running out. Yeah, let's take
No,
this
that's fine. Yeah, get her
basement.
out. Yeah, back through this tunnel and out, and I will just meet up with you later.
Mhm.
But I can move quickly and sort of low profile and just cause a lot of damage.
Okay, Arn. Well, I mean, he was gonna say like, right. I mean, it's quite dangerous for you to be alone, but just keep in touch with us, and then hopefully you find us back.
Yeah, no, I'll be all right.
We're gonna so yeah, we're gonna go out of this basement once we get here. We're gonna rely on Robert to lead us through the city in the dark because it is nighttime now, and hopefully we have an easier chance because he's a gloomstalker. He'll help us get through the shadows.
Yeah, as long as we can find it dark, even if we make it to the shadows of the house, I might be able to get close to a side door.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We can go up. Do you have any abilities that turn off lights? Because the only lights nowadays would be lanterns, right?
No, I've got to do it physically as we go.
You don't have. I mean, Electo, do you have like any what are the cantrips that get rid of lights?
Prestidigitation can do it.
Yeah, but you're not going to be with us upstairs. So I was thinking theoretically, Electo can kind of turn off all the lights, and then we can go in there in the dark. I can fear them because they won't even know what's going on. They'll just be feared, and they'll have to run away, which gives us free access to the room. We get her and leave without even.
My mage hand can be invisible because of one of my feet, so I can do it with it. Let's see.
30 feet.
Yeah,
But I wonder, I think it might expand because of the ability. Let me find it.
Okay, it's fine. It might not work with Mage Hand because there's many lights that would have to puff out in an instant, so it might not work to turn off the lights.
Mage hand can work if the lanterns have like one of those twist knobs, like the old gas lamps and everything.
Well, do they?
Well, it depends.
Odd way.
Let me think about this. What they do have is those snuff caps that you can just pull down to snuff out the lanterns.
Okay, so my mage hand is invisible and it's 60 feet instead of 30 feet.
Nice. And
And
yeah,
they can cast without verbal or somatic components.
you can turn
That's
off the
pretty cool.
lanterns by pulling the snuff caps down on the flames.
Sweet. Okay, so here's the order of events. One by one, maybe you might get advantage on that stealth roll because we're gonna hold up. So one by one, we're gonna after Lady Angelica causes the distraction and gets us upstairs without getting seen or getting noticed right away. Electo's gonna turn off all the lights. That's gonna allow Robert to completely sneak into the room, get Belladonna, and I'm gonna cast fear and make everybody run away and probably even like jump off of a window because this fear is a bit stronger than my conquering presence. It's the spell fear, and they have to dash and drop everything that they're holding and run away from me on
Okay.
their turn.
Nice.
So it's like a stronger fear. I project the worst image, or let me see. Yeah, you project a phantasmal image of the creature's worst fears. So it's pretty fucked up.
Okay. So you're sneaking, into the palace, and Lady Angelica, uh, what are you doing?
So I'm going to transform
Okay.
and basically flap up to the ceiling and start using the cloak of arachnid to crawl along the ceiling. And as I go, as I get close to any lights, I'll use the prestidigitation to turn them off to snuff them out because I can start or stop any fire within 30 feet of me or 10 feet. So as I get close, I'll just snuff them out.
Yeah.
So not that helpful.
Yeah, it is.
But
It'll look freaky as fuck. You any light that you get near it turns off, and then you disappear in
Yeah.
the shadow for half a second. Yeah.
Well, and I'm up on the ceiling, so they'd have to be looking for me as well. Like,
Yeah.
And when I get to the main hall, I'm going to go up to sort of like a dark corner. I assume we're coming up into the first floor.
Yes.
So if I remember, there's sort of a big open stairwell.
Yes.
I'm so I'm going to move towards where like the meeting room is, away from where the stairwell comes up, so that they can have access to the stairwell. I'm going to from the ceiling. How high was the ceiling in that main area? Sort of that where
like 15 feet.
So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do a fireball. The full-on fireball at the corner of the room, and then I'm going to drop the summon aberration in, and then I'm going to start crawling back out of the ceiling. So I'm going to summon the aberration in that space and let it just go bonkers. And I'm going to start crawling along the ceiling away from, like, to the sort of next part of the building, away from the staircase. And anytime I see, if there's nobody around, I assume once that gets attention, I will start popping off the fire bolts as I go.
Okay.
Mhm. And as that happens, we run upstairs. So as with the first,
When you hear the first like boom from the first fire, the actual fire bolt, then start crawling around.
okay, so this is the events of what happens when we go upstairs. So
hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
As you are casting the fireball, the anticipation of summoning this aberration, you feel some kind of pull, like you want to do this, or some kind of weird excitement, like cut in school, that feeling of like doing something wrong, but it feels good. But and as you cast the spell, for a brief second, you can feel a connection to the far realm stronger than anything that you've felt before when dealing with like the far realm shard and things like that. Like you've felt those connections to the far realm, but as you cast the spell to open the rift and allow this slot aberration to step through, the power of the far realm flowing through you and opening it just connects you with it. And although you're casting the spell and everything's fine, like this isn't interrupting the spell, you also have this like out of body astral projection experience where you go to the far realm for a a moment, a full round, if you will, of experiencing um, the sheer madness of the far realm and what is there. You float without the ability to move, just kind of drifting towards some abyss, some swirling black hole of a mass in the center of this nightmare realm. A voice from inside of this dark mass just kind of booms through everything, but also just in your head. And it just repeats the phrase, I can't say it, Cthulhu, Flagon, Waga, in his house at Riley, dead Cthulhu lies sleeping. It repeats that into your brain, but booming all around you so loud that it like shakes the air, uh, if you could call whatever you're floating in air to begin with. And as this voice booms it out to you, you get a glimpse of an underwater city, a ruin long forgotten and left, uh, you know, to just collect barnacles and seaweed. And then you see a huge door with a etching on it that matches the key that you have.
Okay.
And then you're back in the real world and the slot is summoned and you can continue your mission unimpeded. No roll necessary or anything like that. You just can continue, or you, if you wish, can take a moment to like describe anything that you might be feeling or whatever.
I think I'll just, for the moment, try and focus on what I'm doing because I don't want to lose control of the slot or have it vanish by accident. So I will focus on like just setting my mind to having it attack anything it sees, but sending it out towards like the main entryway away from the stairwell. What I don't want is it leading anyone back towards them.
Right.
And then I will hide in the corner and wait to see how many people it attracts and what's happening.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, and then so sorry, Arn. Just needed to
It's
get
okay.
that in, and then yeah. So what goes on with you guys?
Okay, so here, I'm just painting the picture. So these guards are kind of just hanging around, picking their nose outside the door, and then a loud boom, just kind of like a muffled boom, a boom, like comes from underneath them, and they're like, "What?" They get scared, and then all of a sudden, all the lights turn off in the hallway in front of them, and then we enter the room, and then Arn is gonna cast fear on these guys. I would have to get within 30 feet because it's a 30-foot cone, so I kind of like they would hear me run up to them like armor, but then I would cast fear and they would have to make a wisdom saving throw at 19 or be feared.
Yeah. So rather than roll for them because it's a cinematic moment and all of that, uh if you don't mind, I have an idea for how this can kind of look. So as you guys are coming into position, all of a sudden all of the lights go out. The guards are like, "Hey, what was that?" And they're like, "The lights went out," and the other guard's like, "All of them at once?" And another one's like, "Look, just somebody, get a torch lit." And as they start to clack their flint and steel together to try and light one of the torches that one of them has, you get into position, and like you said, they can hear the click, 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 click of your armor. And one of them's like, Something's coming! Quick! Get the torch lit!" And they light the torch, but you get your fear cast right at the same time that they get the torch lit. So instead of just seeing like just Arn, which let's face it, you're a 7-foot guy in armor and everything, it's pretty scary to begin with.
True.
But instead of seeing just Arn, they get the torch lit up, and it's like that jump scare scene in a scary movie where Arn has transformed into this black liquid almost demonic looking version.
Can I hold up? Can I counteract that?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
he
yeah.
turns into like a biblically accurate form of an angel. You know how they look like when they're all fucked up and
Oh,
freaky.
yeah, where you
Yeah, he
have
turns into
like
something like that.
weird animal heads and 6
Yeah, and
wings and
eyeballs and
eyes
wings.
on them.
Yeah,
Yes. You got circle rings going around you. Yeah.
yeah. So they can't comprehend what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you look almost like something out of the Far Realm here,
Yeah.
and so yeah, you turn into a biblically accurate angel. I like it. Good addition. And they see this, and then your 6 wings that are covering you like fly open, and they see like the true faces and form of an angel, and it's just mind warpingly like crazy, and they all run out the room and downstairs and just flee from you as rapidly as possible.
I say, pop that door open, Robert. Or actually, I'll
What is
pop
it?
it
It's like a
open.
metal pole, right? No, I'll
Yeah.
just throw it open and then stealth inside just in case there's more guards inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right behind you. I have my sword drawn in case there's
I'll
more
have the
guards in
blade
here.
drawn too, so I'll get advantage on stealth to sneak through the door.
As the door is opened, you guys see inside in a dimly lit room, Lady Belladonna has been chained with a 30-foot chain, enough she can walk all over the room, anywhere in the room that she wants, but she's chained to the bedpost to where she cannot leave this room.
So we
Okay,
enter
I'm not
and we see her
proficient.
alone.
I'm not
Yes.
proficient, but I can use lockpicks, just sleight of hand. But I don't have proficiency, so I don't get a bonus.
Well, before we lock her out, we probably need to say like we're here to get you out of here.
Oh, yeah, definitely no. Lady Belladonna, I'm a friend of Selena's. We're going to get you out of here right now. Just be calm and let us move quickly.
She probably recognizes Arn and Electo from a long time ago. Or maybe not.
Arn, maybe, but she doesn't give any indication that she recognizes any of you. Instead, she says, "Who are you? How did you get past the guards?"
I say, we're here to get you out of here. You're imprisoned. Lady Belladonna, we worked in the past with the resistance fighters, and this man here, as his wife or his girlfriend, helped you in the past with your, I guess, natal needs.
Scrying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead and roll your persuasion, to see, how well she responds to all of this.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, Selena's in a safe place, and we can take you there. We just got to get out of water end right now. But we can move you out of here quickly.
Can I get it? Can I get help from Robert? Can you try to help me?
Yeah.
Robert, you should
Go
try to
ahead,
roll.
roll.
Yeah, roll persuasion and see if you get higher than a 10, right? Or
Yes.
what
Yeah.
is it? Yeah.
10. Thank God.
Okay, and
There
I'm
we
gonna roll mine now.
That went straight off the table.
It's give it a second. It's still rolling a bit.
And then my poor meatball.
Remember, advantage. I only saw one dice.
Yeah, the other one fell off the table. Someone's had to pick it up later for the dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some say it's still rolling to this day.
Yeah. But yes, I got a 16, so 24.
All right. She, gives you the whole, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper routine, and all of that, but eventually agrees to let you try to rescue her. It's not that she likes it here or anything like that. It's that you needed to convince her that you were competent enough to be able to like get her
Yeah.
safely away, because
Yeah, she's like, if I'm gonna get caught with you, fuck
I
that.
waste
right.
time on the house.
Yeah.
She'll get punished for it, right?
Right. So she was giving you the whole like, yeah,
The
okay,
test. Yeah.
yeah, like get the hell out of here, and then finally you guys, managed to convince her that Arn is a powerful knight and lord, and Robert knows every way in and out of the city, and you guys will meet up with the rest of the resistance, and Celine had helped her, and so with everything finally adding up, and all of that, she decides to take a chance, and she just before you guys can even be like, "Oh, here, let me help you with those shackles," she just waves her hand over the shackle, and it like magically unlatches.
And then I hold my hand out and I said, we better get going then.
I do have access to Dimension Door if you think it would be beneficial to get her out faster than us just running.
Okay, then I'll say, lady, we're going to be leading you into the path underground. If we get sandwiched, Electo here would take you out of the city. We will meet up again after we deal with the forces. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. And then we start running back to the basement. And Electo, you know the deal. If we get sandwiched, get her out of there, and then me, Riggs, and Angelica and Robert will fight.
Oh, wait. This won't do.
Go
She
explain.
quickly changes out of her dressing gowns, like royal dressing gowns, and throws on like her
Trouble cloak.
her most downplayed riding traveling outfit, and tries to blend in as not a queen as much as possible.
Yes. Quickly now, and we start hustling down the
Yeah, as
stairs
I
down to the
follow,
hallway.
as I stay at the back of the group, I'm going to use my last spell slot to disguise self as Maxius. So at least if anybody sees this, it'll look like I'm just helping my wife escape from.
They know that he's not here, though. They know he's in Langenberg.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I still think it still might. It'd be better than just looking like myself, right?
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe turn into like one of her maids or something. Probably just not Maxius. Like, or look like a guard or like somebody that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Just one of the guards that we saw run away.
Yeah, it's with one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that they would expect to see.
All right, cool. We go back down to the dark stairway, and we kind of close whatever false wall there is behind us, and we start running down the hallway.
Yeah, so
Go for the horses.
along the way, she says, so where did you guys come from? What's going on?
We are we are not really formally any. We don't really have a name for our group, do we, guys? Like our house or whatever? No. Huh? I guess we're just we work alongside King Longpike and Langenberg. We have had experiences with Maxius in the past. I'm not sure if you remember me, but I was originally part of the group that tried to get you out of here initially in the first escape plan, but you decided not to come, and we had to abandon that idea. I remember you were in that room with many other women, but as I can tell now, you didn't believe in me. You didn't think that I could actually get you out of here, but now you do.
Well, the jury's still out, I guess.
Yeah. So we're we're not professionals, but we're skilled in what we do. So I guess you're just gonna have to hope that we're your best option out of here.
Let's grab the horse. We're about as close to professionals as it gets.
I guess you're all I have at this point.
Yes, we'll explain more at a safer moment. I'm kind of flustered. Let's go. Let's just keep running.
So as you guys are leaving the palace through the tunnels, you hear a commotion, a clamor, a call to action as the guards have regained their composure and sounded the alarm.
Well, that's to be expected, right? We'll just keep going.
Can only Electo use the carpet, or like, do you have to be attuned to the carpet to use it?
Oh, to fly it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So can you dimension door other people, Electo?
Yes, one other willing person. Yes.
So wait, you guys are not back in the hallway though? Like we haven't made it out yet.
You're in the tunnel. You're about to be out.
Above us, though, we hear people saying that stuff.
Well,
Okay.
and so but are they still? I assume they're still focused on the slot and the fire and everything
Oh
else
yeah,
that's good.
probably right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. There's like a whole calamity of
Yeah,
commotion, you
you
know.
guys don't have to do shit.
Oh,
Just keep going.
I was just preparing for people to come down the hallway or something. Okay,
No,
never mind. Let's
I
keep running.
assume you guys also, Angelica, as you guys were leaving, would remind you to close the door and put the bolt back in place.
Yeah, I said I closed whatever false wall there was behind us that like to make it look like
No, no,
nobody
no,
wanted to
no.
see.
Oh,
Or so, yeah. Yeah, that's
To
fine. I'll
her
make that
cell.
drop it.
Okay, Robert, would you have done that?
Yeah, yeah, definitely put everything back there.
Like we were never there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Except for the fire and the slot, but we were never there.
And then we'll just go straight for where we got the horses and then take the horses straight to the docks. If I see any shabby old clothes as we go, I'm going to get them to just cover up the group, like just to disguise ourselves. Like if there's
Yeah,
any
I think
shitty
we're good for
clothes.
now. I think we just keep running, and then as soon as we get outside, you lead us down some dark alley to the nearest exit out of this place. Probably the docks, right? The docks would be easy to get in like a boat, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we said to get in a boat? Okay,
Get
so
on the
yeah.
river and get out of here as fast as possible. And so Angelica, knowing that they're in the tunnel and hearing the guard sort of respond, is the slot still up and fighting? Like,
You have a general sense of the slod. You can't like tell, you know, how healthy it is or whatever, but you can tell that it is still you know, on this plane.
okay, am I using concentration to keep it here, or is it on its own?
It is on its own.
Okay, so how far away are they out of the tunnel yet? Like, are they a good ways away?
Uh, well, yeah, I mean, you guys are exiting the tunnel and leaving the tunnel.
Okay, so I'm still in the building, so I will use my last fourth level to polymorph into a small bird and fly to catch up with them.
Okay.
So the building is on fire, the monster is running around, whatever's left of it, and I am going to catch up with them on the way to the docks.
Okay. And so as you guys are on your way to the docks, that is where we are going to draw to a close for this session. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.